Welcome back to Season 1 of KSP2. In this video we're going to be going around the Mun, and also I have just realised that I spelt watching wrong on the other video, so I apologise for that if you were wondering what I was trying to say. But we're going to go to mission control now, then select the mission and read the brief. Now I'm going to go to the R&D Centre and start researching some of the things I need to research. You do not need all of these, but the parts you see me build with in a second you do need if you're going to try and do this yourself. Now I'm going to the vehicle assembly building. So here you see me start to build the top half of the rocket. In this video I'm not going to talk you through everything I put on, but the rough parts. So I put on a Science Junior so I can collect some science while I'm out there. For next video where we'll be landing on the Mun, I use a Terrier engine so I have enough efficiency. I decide that I want to go to medium for a while, and then I decide actually I won't need it and it'll look ugly. So I just deleted it, and instead I'm going with 2 large fuel tanks and then and rocket engine on the bottom to try and give me enough thrust to get into orbit. I put 3 small decouplers on, but at first I decide 6 because for some reason I think I need 6 engines to get up high enough. And I put them at an awkward angle. Then I see how many engines I have and how awkward it is to put them on. So I decide I actually just go with 3. Here you see me adding something so the bottom engine is flush with the bottom of those fuel main boosters, and some aerodynamics for the boosters as well. Next I'm going to add some reaction wheels so I can control it better in atmosphere and out of atmosphere. Annoyingly, I forget to put a battery on, so you'll see me run out of energy in this mission. Then I go to put medium fins on and then decide they're too big, so I go with some small fins. Try moving them, but forget you can't move them when you've got that menu open, so I have to put it back on. But I decide they're in a fine place for now and that I'll edit it later. Now I'll put some music on throughout launch or till launch. Now we're at launch, so we'll be taking off in a few seconds. And hopefully we're going to be going to the moon. I mean, I know the answer, but you guys will have to wait or be boring and skip the video. Anyways, I put it to protograde, planning on bending the rocket's arc over early, but then I think actually I'll just go up to high height and then fire up there. I mean, I know it's less efficient, but I find it easier doing it like that. I'll put some music on till our boosters run out. Also, if you hadn't noticed by now, it is night in Kerbal. We're about to detach the boosters. You don't get much of a view of this, but then you'll see me at orbit. 3, 2, 1, and orbit. And wait, camera. Oh, you're seeing me here looking down at the dark shadow of Kerbal. Or Kerbin even. I detach, make myself point to protograde, and then start to go around to the sunny side of Kerbin so we can see the rocket. So here I'm about to start planning my maneuver point for going and intercepting the Mon. So I set the Mon as target, so I can see which way it's going. That's indicated by the thicker, lighter line in front of the Mon. And then I start expanding my AP till it meets the line of the Mon. Then you can see the encounters. The little capsule icon is where my ship will be, and the planet icon will be where the Mon is. As we can see here, the Mon will have gone past my ship by the time I'll reach it. But luckily, the Mon's gravitational influence isn't super thin and you can only get it along that line. So actually I do go into the Mon's gravitational influence. But you see me here play around with the maneuver point a bit. Maneuver points you edit by pulling on one of the 6 axes. Protograde, retrograde, and the 4 others which are like up, down, left, right. They're useful for fine-tuning or readjusting how your flight to be at the same level as the Mon. But here I got a good launch and I am at the same level as the Mon. I'll put some music on till we get to the Mon. As you can see, I went a little overboard because I clicked Z instead of X to try and stop. But that ended up actually making my PE way closer to the Mon than I was expecting, which actually helped me. For some reason the maneuver node actually glitched here, so it was telling me to accelerate to get closer to the Mon, when you actually decelerate to try and get into a Mon orbit. And I couldn't place it in there, so if you see as I decelerate on the node, it's showing me getting further away from the Mon, and when I accelerate, it shows me getting closer. Which is a total lie. I actually started getting further away when I accelerated, because for some reason I believed it, even though I know you should decelerate when you're by the Mon to get in orbit. Oh well, cue the music. And finally, after 18 minutes of Kerbal, we're in the orbit of the Mun. Or we're in orbit of the Mun. Don't know how you put it. But anyways, I'm going to soon start sending some research back. And yes, I did forget to quick save along this entire thing, so you could say I like playing Kerbal risky. Could have lost all of this progress at any one point. And our very trustworthy, very trusting Kerbal who go on this ship, because the engineer or whatever said they could not make it around the Mun and back. Oh, I'm going to do some orbits of the Mun, do some experiments and put some music on till I'm making the maneuver node to go back to Kerbin. Anyways, here I'm making my maneuver node to finally try and get back to Kerbin. I tried to make it so I would just punch it and hit Kerbin. Sadly, it was trying to escape Kerbin's orbit if I tried doing that. So I ended up trying to get into the smallest orbit around Kerbin that I could. And then slowing down my AP to try and lure my PE into it. Oh, as you can see, it did not go well with the trying to just punch it. So while you watch me slowly get the idea of just getting in a big orbit, I'll maybe put some music on, because this will take a while to plan out. I've decided to cut it to this point because actually that bit took longer than I expected when I was doing this voiceover. So you see me try and do some science with the Science Junior. I think it succeeded this time because it hadn't automatically done it. And then we're whizzing down towards the fiery atmosphere, which in this one we get a lot of fire, which is actually rather nice, because this was what I was hoping to have some of in the first video. As you can see, we're about to go up in flames, because I time warped into the atmosphere, so it was rather aggressive. And look at how big the fire or plasma gets as we enter the atmosphere. I armed the parachute because honestly I'm terrified that we're going to hit the ground because of how fast I'm going and how big the ground's looking all of a sudden. But luckily we do make it to the ground without a scratch on us. Or definitely a scratch on us, but you know what the saying means. So I slow it down and speed up the parachute descending, and I'll put some music on as we glide into land. And touchdown. I'll give you some time to read the overview. I think I give you more time in this one than the last one. Bit hasty to get off in the last one. Now we go back to mission control to submit the mission. And actually we completed 2 missions. One of the side ones about putting a science junior on, which we get a nice big thumbs up for. And one Kerbal partying that we did it. But more importantly, we've completed the Mun Bust mission, where we orbit the Mun. I'll give you a second to read this end of assignment outro thing. And we get a nice little animation of a Kerbal staring at the Mun out of a window, with a lot more space than ours do. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be landing on the Mun, hopefully, without hitting it too hard. As well, I'm planning for this series to have a video released every month. More if I can, like this month, I'll have 2. But that's it for now. Please like and subscribe, it really helps a channel the same size as me, or mine, out. So please subscribe, like, comment, or actually you can't comment, but notify, click the notification bell, and thanks for watching the JBD channel UK.